Hello, my name is Stephen Worzbinski, and this is my Reflective Practitioner video journal number 2. Today we're just looking at, kid equality within education. As a teacher now for 4 years, I think it's very common to find out that every kid is not the same, and they all require differences. This year I've been delighted to be principal of an after-school program, or administrator in charge, and then principal designee during the day when the principal's not there, and looking at a lot of solutions or issues that are coming up with teachers throughout the day. And I think it is important to look at gender, social, economic issues differently. And I know some people will argue with me on that, but kids do certain things based on those. And there's certain things based on their community, their culture, that we can and we cannot control. When we react heavily to those things, we're going to get a negative impact from that student. When we deal with those rationally, calmly, and talk to the student, in my experience, I've had much better experiences. I just look back on Thursday of this week. A teacher came to me and was mad that a girl was hanging on the door. And I looked right at the teacher and said, hey, that's not something I'm going to deal with at this moment. It's not life-threatening, altering, it's not hurting another kid, was my standpoint. About a minute and a half later went by and the girl got off the door. I went out there and the girl was engaging in a different behavior. I went out and just calmly says, hey, that's a cool behavior, because the behavior was not hindering of anybody else or the procedures that were being followed in that after-school program. But then that student also gained a respect for me, because I didn't go out there and yell at her to get off of the door, essentially, because with the culture I was dealing with, immediately it would become a defiance thing, and it would continue longer and longer and longer. By letting it go and then rewarding the next behavior she did, I got the exact reaction I wanted with very little effort. And I think when we look at what all students need, when we come from different socio-economical backgrounds, different academic backgrounds, even racial backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, it's important to keep in mind what are they going through, what are they trained to do, how are they trained to react. And I think it's sad to see how overlooked those are, because in a day we're so accustomed to, as a teacher, our own background, and that's how we expect everybody to act, when in fact that's not how it's going to work. We need to differentiate in order to meet all of those needs. And when we do that, to me it helps my own health, because I don't have to sit here and struggle and fight over silly things that I may or may not have an impact on, but I can make an impact if I'm patient and calm about it. And I think that's the crucial key. There's certain battles that we are going to pick as administrators or as teachers. The other ones are just minor things, and if we pick on those minor things or we push those, yeah, we may be successful, we may not, but we could also break those bonds or those positive relationships with those students, rather than build those up and gain a better understanding of what we need to do. So this is my video journal blog number 2, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you.